What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel, Sports, Life, and Politics TV. And today, we're going to be going over some of these weather patterns that's been going on across the United States of America. I live in Las Vegas. Recently, we've had several monsoons. Now, monsoons are nothing new to Vegas, but the timing of them and the amount of them makes me highly suspicious. Now, I'm from Dallas, Texas, and recently here in Dallas the past couple of days, Dallas has been completely flooded. During the middle of the summer, Dallas has had a monsoon season. Now, I wanted to go over these videos because when something don't smell right, that means usually something ain't right. I'm from East Dallas. Now, East Dallas, South Dallas is what would be known as part, I would say, the poor part of Dallas. I ain't saying niggas over there ain't got no money, but I'm just saying in the grand scheme of things. It ain't Highland Park. You know what I mean? It ain't Arlington. It ain't you know what I mean? It ain't Frisco. It's not considered that. It would be on the lower end. But Dallas recently had a freeze, a deep freeze in the wintertime where the electricity went out. And electricity was out in the poorest part of Dallas the longest. The amount of Dallas that received the most rain during these monsoons was the poorer part of Dallas, the southeast Dallas side. Now, I've made this video right here. Weather manipulation is no conspiracy. I made this video 11 months ago. This is when I first started making YouTube videos. Trying to get serious about it. And, really I was just kind of seeing, could I do this? Did I really want to do this? And so I would just start making, videos here and there, stuff that I would find interesting. And one of the reasons I started making these videos, you guys, is because I would say things at 8, 9, a year later, people would parrot back to me what I told them. And I would say, damn, I think I told you. They say, oh yeah, I think you did. And I started realizing, hey man, I need to put this stuff on record that I'm saying that, because sometimes, you tell people stuff. And it's not that you just want the credit for it. It's just that you hear them saying something that you told them. So it's like, I guess it's a human instinct to want to tell them, hey man, I don't want to told you that. But the good side is that you know that they're listening and that they're learning. And that's the positive side of it. But this weather manipulation is no conspiracy. I made this video. Let's look at the exact date, you guys. Let's look at the exact date. It was August 31st, 2021. So, oh damn, almost a year to the date. And I made this video on weather manipulation. Now, the United States government they learned how to manipulate the weather, I will say, in the 50s, and they started to use it in the 60s during the Vietnam War. They had something called Operation Popeye. In Vietnam, the jungles is so vast, so big, the canopy is so deep, and so many snakes, mosquitoes, and animals, and it's just an endless amount of greenery in Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, that America, they was having trouble during the Vietnam War. They realized we can't fight this conventionally. There's no way we can win. They end up ultimately tucking their tails and leaving anyway. I mean, they fought hard and people fought bravely, and the United States, the soldiers was on the ground, they gave it they all, but it was a war that they just couldn't win. They had something called the Ho Chi Minh Trail, which was the leader of the North Vietnamese name was Ho Chi Minh. They had a trail that went, I think from, if I'm not mistaken, it went from the skirts of Cambodia back into Vietnam. And these trails, they couldn't see them from the sky because, America is air dominant. But they couldn't see them from the sky. So they said, how the fuck what can we do? And somebody told them, hey, man, we know how to make it rain. And somebody said, you say what? You say what? He said, yeah, we know how to make it rain. He said, well, shit, let's try to flood these motherfuckers out. He said, yeah, it's called cloud seeding. So they start seeding the clouds and creating monsoons. Now, I'm going to go through the course of showing you that the monsoons are now here. And there is a correlation. All this is alleged as far as what's happening in America. What happened in Vietnam and them actually knowing how to control the weather, that's not alleged. It's 100% fact. What they doing in America, I'm alleging. I just want to make that clear. I'm alleging, but Monsoons in Dallas in the middle of the summer. If you're from Dallas, you know that shit's not normal. But let's take a look. I'm gonna take a look at this little clip right here, you guys. I'm gonna watch the first. I'm gonna be quiet and I'm gonna watch the first maybe minute and 30 seconds.
As the Vietnam War reached a crossroads, the U.S. Army had important decisions to make if they wanted to tip the scale back to their side. All options were on the table, both conventional and unconventional. And among the most unusual plots was Operation Popeye, launched in an attempt to weaken the Ho Chi Minh Trail, the Viet Cong's most vital mechanism and supply flow tool. To accomplish this, the U.S. would turn the weather into a weapon of war. Operation Popeye utilized cloud seeding technology, a type of weather modification that artificially creates rain or snow. With it, the U.S. military extended at least 5 monsoon seasons, causing detrimental effects to the unknowing Vietnamese citizens and soldiers. The mission spanned 5 years and cost taxpayers over $15 million. Despite multiple hearings in Congress, military officers, and even President Nixon himself, denied it existing at all.
Now, my question to you guys is that if they've been having this technology since the 50s, what kind of advancements do you think they made in the last 50, 60 years? Do you think they would use that shit here? You goddamn Skippy, they would. Them hurricanes that you kept seeing off the coast. Remember we was getting hurricane after hurricane after hurricane, and they had the Katrina, they had a Cat 5. Cat 5 very rarely came into the Gulf of Mexico because they would lose energy coming out of the Atlantic going over the Gulf. It might get to, a 2 or maybe a 3, but they would start getting 5s. And then all of a sudden, there's no more. Allegedly, they were feeding these things. They were cloud seeding these motherfucking hurricanes to test, because you have to test this shit. You know what I mean? You can't just guess the technology. You have to practice the technology. So they would practice this technology on these hurricanes. And these hurricanes will come off these coasts, y'all, and cause complete devastation. Now, all the people who have money, who can afford it, they can get the hell out of Dodge. No big thing. They had insurance. You got money, you got insurance. You can get that shit rebuilt. No big deal. But for the people who ain't got no money, that shit was devastating. It uprooted them and moved them around and all that. I'm not going to watch this whole video, but I just wanted to go over that small clip. Now I'm going to go over another clip. I'm only going to watch the first maybe minute of the clip. Some of these, I'm going to just watch the first minute of it.
We're here in Santa Barbara County, home to one of the longest running cloud seeding operations in the country. We've got some ground-based cloud seeding equipment right here, and we're going to get to hear all about how it works and see.
By the way, fair use, fair use, fair use. I'm using this for educational purpose only. I will not be recording the whole video, just a small clip.
In action. Let's check it out. Cloud seeding is the most common type of weather modification, and it has many different techniques and applications. Today, it's...
See, I just want to, and that's from CNET. You have this one, how cloud seeding makes it rain artificially. You have CNN Business for you CNN niggas who only believe everything that's on CNN. Drought woes. This tech can literally make it rain. They're using this shit, allegedly. But it's 100%. If you have this technology, you tell me you're not going to use it? Of course they are. Not only are they used, they've made huge advancements. Think about it. That's like, imagine a 1968 Camaro, a 1968 Corvette, and look at that Corvette today. They've made huge advancements. They've went electric. They've done all types of shit. So believe me, with the military, the advancement that you might see on a normal, regular basis in a certain technology in the military, it'd be times 10, because they have endless finances to finance these studies. But I want to go to the Dallas Monsoons. Monsoons in Dallas.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, I want you guys to look at this shit. I'm trying to find one where they won't copyright my video. Well, let's see. This right here. They won't copyright this.
Earlier we showed you the severe flooding that hit the eastern parts of Dallas County, including Balch Springs, and that's where we find our Rebecca Lopez this afternoon. Rebecca, we know that not as much rain is falling now, but still a lot of water standing in a lot of places. How's it looking out there?
I seen a motherfucker. I seen a person swimming on the freeway, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I've never in my whole life seen nobody swimming on the freeway in Dallas. But they having monsoons in Dallas now. This really is not the video I really want. I want to really get a real. Let's see. Is this it? Let me see. I want to get a real sense. No, not him. That's somebody's personal channel. Here we go. CBS Morning News. Let's go with this.
Millions of Americans in the Southwest are under flood warnings after monsoon rains drenched communities across parts of 6 states.
Now remember, earlier in the video, what they said, they extended out 5 months of monsoon seasons in Vietnam. Remember that.
North Texas getting the worst of it. The Dallas-Fort Worth area suffering from a months-long drought was pummeled with more than 9 inches. That is the second heaviest rainfall in the city's history. It was the equivalent of a summer's worth of rain in one 24-hour period. Floodwaters rushed through the streets, submerging vehicles. And we're learning tonight a woman was swept off a bridge and has died. While floodwaters create nightmares on the ground, airlines are severely impacted, with more than 7,000 flights in the U.S. delayed or canceled. More than half of all the flights out of Dallas-Fort Worth Airport today have been delayed. We have a lot of news to get to tonight, and CBS's Omar Villafranca is going to start us off from outside Dallas. Good evening, Omar.
And let me tell y'all this. Eventually on this channel, what I'm going to be doing is when I get me a little studio built, I'm going to be going live. And I'm going to just go over just news clips and just be talking about them, 5 or 6 news clips around the nation. I'm trying to make this Sports Life and Politics TV my own personal news network. That's the goal. So when you watching this now, you just watching the beginning stages of it. I'm going to take this shit to the next level eventually. All the people who want to support, Samuel4152, that's my Cash App if you want to help me build the studio. Whether you help me or not, it's going to get built. But what I'm saying is, if you want to support, you can. I understand a lot of times when you early in something, people do not like helping support any of that shit, especially the Negro. He is super tight, but it'd be a lot of people who are willing to help, who do see your vision, who do see your future, who do say, you know what, I see this nigga do got good information. This brother is actually on. I like what he's doing. Let me help support that. It'd be strangers that'll help you more than people that you know. That's the sad part about it. But keep the video going.
Good evening. That rain fell overnight into today, Nora, and it prompted flash flooding like you're seeing right here and dozens of water rescues. It was all part of a system that hammered much of the Southwest. Late today, emergency crews rescued families with children in heavily flooded Seagoville, Texas, while rains and flash flooding submerged houses, cars, and even trapped drivers in and around Dallas.
The current's so strong going past my house, it'll wash you away.
This woman was pulled to safety after the road flooded with little warning.
I thought I was gonna die.
Damn, he had to pick that big black woman up like a baby. Sweet Jesus.
I was just panicking because
I know that shit was scary. I know that was scary.
Dallas Fire Rescue responded to close to 200 vehicle rescues in just 24 hours.
And all of a sudden we were stopped, and then I see a car just like floating towards the wall. So like, oh shoot.
Just a few weeks ago, triple-digit temperatures and drought conditions were baking North Texas, drying up the Trinity River in Dallas. But overnight, rain pounded the area, filling up the river basin.
See what I mean, y'all? Look, none of this shit is coincidental. It is not coincidental. There's no way you go from 100-degree temperature to overnight, all of a sudden it can't stop raining in the dead of summer. Come on, y'all. This is why I make these videos. I'm here to open your eyes and your mind. I just did a video on the rise of cannibalism. I did a video on unpreparedness of the Negro. I did videos this time monkeypox. Before monkeypox ever took off, I knew this shit was headed this direction. On this channel, I swear I'm slightly ahead of the curve. If you want to get news and you want to hear shit where somebody's actually giving you some beforehand, click on the Sports Life and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel. and I'm here for the news.
The water's coming in, so I didn't think I thought it was going to calm down, but the rain keep coming.
Homes were also damaged. The rain so powerful, this apartment in downtown Dallas quickly ended up with 2 feet of water. Once the flooding receded, the damage became clearer. Out west in Utah's Zion National Park, torrential rains turned hiking paths treacherous, putting park-goers at risk. This person was filmed clinging to a large tree trunk in fast-moving floodwaters.
I know he was terrified. Oh my God.
And the search continues for a 29-year-old woman from Tucson, Arizona, who was hiking with her friends when the storm hit.
There are more than 20 people working on this search and rescue operation, and they're working all along the length of Zion Canyon.
But yeah, y'all, I just really wanted to go over that. I really want to make sure that people, got to look at what's going on. That it's not just by happenstance that these things are happening. That this shit is real. Look, y'all. CNET, Weather Modification Tech, History Channel, unexplained weather control weaponized by military, how cloud seeding makes it rain artificially, Operation Popeye in Vietnam, CNN Business, drought woes, this tech can literally make it rain. Hey, you guys, I'm telling you, there's a lot of shit going on around you that you have to open your eyes to. I know we all distracted, including myself, but there's so many things happening around us that we have to start paying a little bit more attention and understanding that this society is circling the drain and it won't hold up forever. I said it in other videos. This is just an empire. It's no different from Egypt. It's no different from Babylon. It's no different from Rome, Greece, the Ethiopian Empire, Aztecs, Mayans. It doesn't matter. All these empires are the same. They all have a beginning, they have a peak, and they have a time when they begin to fall. So we have to keep our eyes on the prize and try to stay prepared. Do you have a generator at home? Do you have guns, bullets? Do you have water contamination tablets? Do you have some extra food stored up? Do you have these things? If not, you slacking and you're macking, man. You're slipping and you're cripping. And I'm being funny. I ain't really talking about no guy. That's just a saying, but you're slacking, man. You got to have something. Keep your eyes on the prize, man. And I'm telling you, I made the video, weather manipulation, no conspiracy. I've been already said this shit. I've been knowing about weather manipulation since the late 90s. This is why I started YouTube, so I could start getting some of this stuff out, because it became useless information. There's people who know about this, but there's a lot of people who don't. They never even thought, it never crossed their mind that this shit can be weather manipulation. Never crossed their mind one time, y'all. Not once. I'm just here to open your eyes and make you think. I'm Samuel Koppel. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I just took your ass on an Operation Popeye weather manipulation ride. Peace.